So he's a member of the Wild Okies sketch troupe, but they can't keep him busy enough, so he's got a whole new stand-up set, and nobody wants to hear it more than him. So would you please welcome now my hometown boy, Weston McCoy.
It's great to be out there. It's great. I don't get out much. I don't actually get to go anywhere too much. So I have a family. A family? What's that? Well, I'll explain it to you. You know when you're single and you have all this free time and extra money? Well, a family's what comes along and just sucks all that away. Leaves you nothing but debt and obligation. Sure, there's unconditional love, emotional support, and a lifelong bond that's very, very hard to break. Let's focus on the first two. Debt and obligation. When you decide to have a family, you are obligated to spend all of your free time with that family. If you're not working or sleeping, you're with your family. And debt. A family will cost you more money than you will ever make in your entire life. They recently said that to raise a child to the age of 18 costs $250,000. That's not counting bacon or beer or the occasional hotel room with the wife so you can just get one decent night's sleep. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's like, wow, Weston, that sounds awesome. How can I get a family? Well, I'll explain it to you. You're single, you're going out a lot, you see a beautiful girl at the bar, you go and talk her up and hit it off. Hanging out a lot, you both have a lot in common. You like going out and having sex, and morning drinking and having sex, and fried food and sex. Sure, it's a little expensive, but what's money, right? Because you're single. And so you fall in love and you settle down. And now, all the free time you used to fill up with barbecuing with the guys and binge drinking and road trips to wherever's awesome, bro, is filled up with dinner with their parents, binge watching Friends on Netflix, and road trips down to her cousin's wedding, which 4.5 hours away, right? You get down there, can't even stand her cousin. She hates her cousin. They say like 2 things to one another. Her cousin comes up and it's like, oh wow, I'm really surprised you can pull yourself away from your personal life to celebrate someone else's. To which she replies, oh, I'm surprised you stopped being a whore and found someone to commit to. To which you say, oh, there's the keg, I'm gonna go hang out with those guys. And so you're sitting there on the couch one day, finishing up season 4 of Friends, you know, the one where Ross gets a moment. And she looks over at you with those big chestnut brown eyes and says 4 words to you. 4 words that are going to change the course of your life forever. I want a baby. And at first, you reply like any rational person would. You're like, oh hell no, that sounds fucking awful. But then she adds something that no man could resist. She says, you don't have to pull out or wear a condom. So you look right back in those chestnut eyes and you say, I'm going to be the best father any child. And then it's on. Sex, all the time. Marathon sex and pregnancy tests. It's a little expensive, but you can afford it. And you still get to hang out with the guys, but it's like once a month for 4 to 7 days at a time, depending on the cycle. And they're cool with it too, because you're slimming down, you got a bounce in your step. It's like you're positively glowing, bro. And then it happens. You get home from work one night, and she's standing there in the kitchen with a big smile on her face, holding the pregnancy test with tears streaming down her cheeks, and you start crying too, but for a completely different reason. And then when you look at her, and you know that you love her, your You're going to be with her for the rest of your life, and nothing is going to change. And then it's on. Doctor's visits, ultrasounds, prenatal care, prenatal nutritional requirements. You got books on what to expect. You got books on how to prepare. You got weight gain and mood swings. And this guy still called to see if you're going to make it to the monthly poker game. But you got to explain to him that she just watched one of the Sarah McLachlan dog commercials. It's pretty messed up right now. And I have to hang out and try to help her through it. And they don't understand pregnant women, so it doesn't really matter, right? And then it's full-blown pregnancy. She starts crying because she's fat. You're trying to explain to her you're not fat, you're pregnant. There's a difference. And then she's mad because if she was fat and not pregnant, you wouldn't be attracted to her. And you know what you do? You shut up. And you apologize. And then the next thing you know, it's time. You rush to the hospital. She pushes out the baby like a champ. And it's done. You're heading home and you think to yourself, yeah, I'm glad that's over. Now things can get back to normal. But when you get home, nothing's normal. Well, you've got her parents and your parents and aunts and uncles and shitty cousins that she can't even stand. And then when they leave, all your free time is spent feeding baby and washing bottles and washing puke off yourself and off of the floor and off of the couch and off of the beds. The guys stopped calling. Even if you could muster up the energy to get the smell of rotten milk and shit out of your house, you'd want to take a nap. So you begin to lose hope. You're never going to have things back to the way they were. And then something pops in your head. Maybe there is hope. Maybe there is light at the end of this tunnel. School. Oh, once the kid's old enough to go to school, I mean, they won't get back to normal, but there's going to be something of how things were before the pregnancy. He gave up on money a long time ago, but time is what's important now. Time with your wife. And so you trudge on, and it's time. It's time for school, so you get them dressed in their new clothes and their new shoes, which you couldn't afford. You don't know, you've probably sold half your stuff by now trying to pay for this kid, and you take them and you drop them off, and the wife's trying to choke back the tears, but it's not helping, and you're crying too, but for a completely different reason. And then you drive home and things are normal again for like 3 days. Because then it's T-ball, and it's band, and it's dance recitals, and it's fundraiser after fundraiser after fundraiser. And you finally give up on having any kind of time with your wife. Now, you just want time by yourself. That's what you're looking for. But you don't realize your wife does too. She's your main competition. You try to get any kind of time to yourself. You try to take trips out. You're like, oh, hon, I'm going to the grocery store. And she says, well, take the kids. Oh, okay. Well, I'm heading out, babe. Where are you going? Oh, to the bank. Well, take the kids. Where are you going, hon? To the bathroom. Take the kids. So you come up with the most boring day you could possibly think of. Heading out, dear. Oh, where are you going? Oh, I gotta go to the DMV to insurance and then that dentist appointment I've been putting off. You can see it on her face. The despair. She knows you played your ace. But she says it anyways. Well, take the kids. Oh, sure, I'll ask. Hey, kids, want to go down to the DMV insurance to the dentist with me? And before they can even answer, see a little smirk come across her face, a little twinkle in those evil little chestnut eyes. And you know she's got it. You don't know how, but she's got it. And she says, "Hey kids, want to go with Dad to the DMV, insurance, and to the dentist, and out to ice cream?" Which is messed up, because after the dentist, you can't even go to ice cream. It's all right though, you'll get her back one day. She'll be heading out, "Hey kids, want to go with Mom to the gynecologist and then go swimming?" I'm not sure if you're not supposed to go swimming after the gynecologist. I'm not a doctor, but it sounds right. Man, single. Yeah, I remember being single. Buddy would call you up and be like, "Hey Weston, want to take a road trip up to the Beer, Bacon, and Titty Festival up in Austintown, Oregon?" I'd just say, "Hell yeah," and that'd be it. We'd go. Now, something simple. Like, buddy calls you, "Hey, want to go play pool for a couple hours?" Like, "I don't know, I gotta check and see if the kids have anything, check, see if the wife has it, make sure she's okay with me. You know, just call me next week and maybe we can go ahead and plan, plan a game of pool." Now, I know, you're thinking, "It's Weston, it's just a couple hours, go play some pool. She'll be fine." Yeah, I've tried that. All right? Let me tell you, friends, the couch is a cold and lonely place. And when you have kids, it's crunchy and sticky. And it comes with a built-in 6 a.m. alarm clock in the form of 2 hyperactive crumb factories that have never grasped the concept of sleeping in and who will always, without a doubt, wait until I'm the most relaxed I've ever been in my life, find a reason to jump up on me and kick me in the balls. That, my friends, is a family. How long am I at? I'm right about. I'm saying, okay, family. It's love. It's stress. It's frustration. It's support. It's a bond, and it's a swift kick in the nuts every time you relax.